Hey everyone, it's Michele Bellisari, your host of So Boca Stories in conjunction with SoBoca.com and at SoBoca on Instagram. So glad you're here today. This podcast is all about Boca Raton and being local. I love interviewing local business owners, folks that are involved with the nonprofits, things that are happening around town, places to go, and things to see. So I'm so happy you're here today. I hope you enjoy this week's episode. And if you're so inclined, please make sure to subscribe to the podcast. I so appreciate it. And if you would like to be interviewed for the show, just reach out to me. Everything is in the show notes. Have a great day. Hello. It's Michele Bellisari with hashtag So Boca Stories and So Boca Lifestyle. I wanted to jump on today and chat a little bit about real estate. Now, y'all know I don't really talk that much about the real estate market or my real estate business on this podcast. However, I wanted to jump on and talk a little bit about this wild ride of a real estate market. Those of you that have been listening to me for quite some time know that my So Boca Stories is sponsored by my real estate business, which is Michele Bellisari, the Bellisari Real Estate Group at RE/MAX Services. And I've been working with buyers and I'm working with sellers. And let me tell you something, it is crazy hot right now. So a couple of things I wanted to share today. I think what I'm going to do is start with the buying side. I have listeners from all over the world and they ask me all the time, how is the South Florida real estate market? And I am all about it's on fire. Okay, so just a few tips if you're thinking of buying a home right now. And I am grabbing a few tips from Housing Wire. They're a very trusted resource in regard to real estate. And so here are some tips for you if you're buying a home in a seller's market. And make no mistake, my friends, it is a seller's market. There's not a lot of inventory. Number one, super low, like 2 months of inventory. Single family homes in particular, crazy low inventory. Not so bad if you're looking at a condo or a townhouse, but still historically low. That's number one. Number two, if you are seriously looking to buy a home, you have got to get a pre-approval. Unless you're paying cash, then you do need to provide proof of funds to moi, your agent. It is so important to be ready to go because number three, what is happening? Multiple offers, and not 1, 2, 3 multiple offers. We're talking 10, 20, 30 multiple offers on a property. You want your offer to stand out. You want to be ready to go. That means you need a strong pre-approval with your lender, and a lender that you know, and I highly recommend someone that's local. Working with an experienced agent in this kind of market is huge. I will say we are talking to each other on strategies on how to get our offers accepted in this crazy market. And there are some great strategies. And if you would like to discuss how you could potentially get your offer accepted, feel free to reach out to me. You can reach out to me at SoBoca on Instagram, or you can reach out to me at michelebboca@gmail.com. Either way, you can reach out to me and I can talk to you a little bit about what's happening. An experienced agent is going to have a finger on the pulse of what's going on in the market. We always know when the new properties hit, by the way, and we have something in our MLS now called Coming Soon, so we can see coming soon properties before maybe they've had photos or maybe they're getting cleaned up, painted, repaired, things like that. It's super important that you work with an agent that can negotiate, that has a good rep with other agents, that is trying to make a deal happen and not make a deal fall apart. That is super, super important. If you don't have to buy right now, you might want to put the brakes on your search. However, if that means you're going to rent, rental properties are far and few and they are expensive right now. So with and this is one of the things I want to leave you with, interest rates historically low right now. This is a great time to try and find a home. One of the things that you can also focus on is new construction. New construction is a great alternative, and if you would like a list of new construction properties in and around Palm Beach County and Broward, I'm happy to provide those with you. Now, one of the things I'm seeing that buyers are doing, they're waiving things. They're waiving contingencies. They're waiving appraisals. They're waiving inspections. They're putting in large earnest money deposits, being highly flexible with closing dates, paying for seller closing costs. There's a variety of things that are going on that buyers are doing. Now, do I recommend all of these things? Not necessarily. I personally do not feel that a buyer needs to be waiving an inspection. You could really shorten an inspection, but I feel that it's very important that a home is inspected. That's just me. You can always waive it though. And a lot of time investors do not do, a full inspection because they're gutting a house and they may already be a contractor or something like that. So that's some tips for you buyers in this wild market. And if you want some advice, you want some help, if you are a first-time home buyer, reach out to me. I'm a mom of millennials. I work with first-time home buyers. That's how I started my career, by the way. And I love securing a home. And when I started my career, it was when the market was super hot back in the mid-2000s. So I was very successful in getting my buyers the properties that they wanted. One of the other things is that there are a variety of ways that you can do your financing. There's conventional, there's VA, and there's FHA. Sellers, this is for you. You need to understand how FHA and VA work. They're great loans. I'm just going to let that sit there for a little bit. Now, let's talk. If you are a seller, what are you going to expect in this crazy market? Well, one, as soon as your property hits the market, you're probably going to get a ton of showings. There's pent up, frustration from buyers who are looking to purchase a home right now. So be prepared that you're going to have a stream of people that want to see your home. My tips are going to be always very similar to what I would say, regardless of this market. The home needs to be clean. It needs to be decluttered. Do a little curb appearance, dusting up. Maybe you've got some dead sod. Maybe you need your landscaper to come over. Let's make your backyard look super appealing, right? One of the reasons is because everybody loves living outdoors with what we've all gone through. Having a big backyard, having a pool, very important to the buyers in today's market, especially since we have a lot of buyers that are coming from the Northeast, from California, from Texas, and from these other states right now. So I think it's very important that you do, as in any market, make sure your house looks just fantastic. Clean, declutter. Maybe you need to, get a new sofa. One of the things that I love to do is I love to thrift and I love to go to consignment stores. You can get items for your home realistically for pennies on the dollar. And it can make such a huge difference, especially when you're having, professional photos done. Sellers, listen up. I cannot stress this stronger. If your agent is literally taking photos of your home on their iPhone, and let me premise this by saying there are times where that happens. Maybe the home is vacant, maybe there's no furniture, it may not even be picture worthy, it may be something that needs to just be the outside photos. We've seen that. I have to be upfront with you. It is so important that you have a professional photographer take the photos of your home. It really is the first impression that buyers will see of your property. I kind of consider like when we are doing in-person showings or even a virtual showing, that the photos and the presence on social media, online, on YouTube, on blogs, on Zillow, on Realtor.com, on Homes.com, on personal websites of realtors, on Instagram, Facebook, you name it, those photos need to look fabulous. They really, really do. So you want to make sure that you've got that ready to roll, that your home is show freaking ready. That means you got to get it together. That means if you have dogs or animals, you got to figure out a place to put the bowls. You got to figure out a place to put litter boxes so that it's not the first thing that a buyer sees when they walk into your home. Now, you could hire a staging company if you need some help there. We also have virtual staging companies that we tap into now, and that is really, really exciting and very, very reasonable. Be prepared for multiple offers. Be prepared to look at them, review them, and then negotiate. I'm a big fan of making sure that sellers understand the negotiation, and I would price accordingly. You can start wherever you want to start, but be prepared if you're not getting showings, you're not getting offers for whatever reason, even in a hot market, that you could be overpriced. So I just, want to share with you that if you are feeling like this is the time for you to make a move, this is the time where sellers are really making bank on their homes because overbidding is happening. And like I said, people from the Northeast are moving to South Florida. There's a few reasons for that. We have no state income tax. We have gorgeous weather. We have beaches. We have corporations that move here. I'm in Boca. Did I say that? I'm in Boca Raton. We have, I believe, last I checked, don't quote me, more corporate headquarters in Boca in Palm Beach County than any other city in Palm Beach County. What does that tell you? We have a fantastic lifestyle here that is fun. It is memorable, and it just is a cool place to live. Now, whether you're in Boca, Delray Beach, Boynton Beach, West Palm, maybe you're thinking you like horses and you are into the equestrian scenario. Wellington, Royal Palm Beach, fantastic. Lake Worth, artsy, cool. You've got the western part of Lake Worth. If you want to go to Palm Beach Gardens, that is just a fantastic community. Recently, I was up in the Stewart area, Jensen Beach, also amazing. To the south, you've got Fort Lauderdale, you've got Deerfield Beach, you've got Pompano Beach, Lighthouse Point, cool little enclave. Go to the west, you've got Coral Springs, Parkland. You have so many places to choose from, a variety of price points and a variety of homes, from single family and gated, non-gated single family, townhouses, condos, villas. You have luxury rentals. You have equity communities where you have golf and tennis, really cool stuff. If maybe that's not your jam, or you don't want to stroke a check for, the equity, you can always join the Boca Raton Resort and Club, or as we fondly like to refer to it, the hotel. Those of us that have been here forever and ever absolutely adore that property, and they have the beach club. It's very cool. If you want to learn more about Boca Raton and the surrounding areas, hit up my YouTube channel. It's just under my name, Michele Bellisari. Hit up my Instagram at SoBoca, and you will see things to do, places to go, restaurants to eat at, events happening, libraries, parks, beaches, staycations, and vacations like the Florida Keys, under 2 hours from Boca Raton. I can talk all day long about my Florida Keys. Love, love, love that. And I just thought for today, I would talk about real estate. I think it's very important for buyers and sellers to know what's going on in this market and be prepared so you're not disappointed or frustrated. Communication is key with your realtor. It is key. Your realtor should be in touch, whether that's texting, phone calls, email, keeping you in the loop, what's happening, what's going on. I happen to be a very straight shooter. I don't sugarcoat a whole lot because I don't think that does any good for anybody. And for those of you that may have special situations, I do focus on a niche as well as general real estate, probate properties, seniors that downsize, and divorce. So I work in those arenas as well. I've been doing that since 2011, but I've been licensed since 2003. So whatever your real estate needs, I'm happy to help you out. My number is 561-926-4643. You can text me as well. I would love to work with you. I hope this was helpful. And if you would like an idea of what the value of your home is, you can certainly text me. I'll send you a link, and that'll give you a quick overview of what it's worth. And buyers, if you're thinking that you want to set up a search, feel free, text me, 561-926-4643. I have to say, in all the time I've been doing this podcast, I think this is the first time I've really done one that's very comprehensive like this. I have a few of them at the very beginning where I talk about things that you can do, but this market is on fire, and it's hot, and we anticipate it's going to stay that way for a little bit. Nobody has a crystal ball, but anyways, I hope you enjoyed this today. Feel free to check out SoBoca.com with a lot of information for you, including a real estate section. Again, this is Michele Bellisari. I am happy to help you out. This show today was sponsored by the Bellisari Group at RE/MAX Services in beautiful Boca Raton. If you have a referral, please think of me, Michele B. Have a great day. Thanks again for joining me today with this week's episode of So Boca Stories. If you would like to be considered for an interview or would like to sponsor the show and blog, please feel free to reach out to me. The link is in the show notes. I hope you have an amazing week.